Alright, welcome back everyone. 5K subscriber special tonight. Gonna start off a little different than I normally do. Somebody mentioned in the comments today that they like to see the tools and stuff that I use on my build, so I thought it's a good time to do it. I'll just sort of try and update you on every time I do a 5K subscriber special. This is my wax bowl. For the ones when I do the mechanical things that require the lubrication, this melts the paraffin in the top, and this is the one I use to brush on, I say, rather than using the little wax sticks they give you. I just dip paintbrush in there and use that. It's been working fairly well. I hadn't been using it much lately because of I hadn't been doing many of the mechanical builds. I think I'd like to get back into a couple of those anyway. I don't even think I've got any in stock right now. But that, like I say, that's what that thing looks like. Just a little ceramic heater, and it gives me something to dip the wax in. Something I've been using a little more lately, the hot glue gun. I don't know why I never thought to pick one up earlier, because it is, it's really handy for especially material that I found. I just picked this one up because I liked it. It had a dual temperature. I thought that was a good thing to have. Maybe conserve some of the glue where it doesn't like run out the end. I've had them before where you just plug them in, the glue melts as it's going in. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, little clamps. I think this is a 6-inch, maybe the 4-inch. But I just picked this up at Harbor Freight. But I imagine you pick them up, Temu or Amazon or Alibaba or AliExpress, or not Alibaba, AliExpress, anything like that. There's just cheap little thing. I think this was like $2 a piece, and I bought 4 or 5 of them just to, there's the perfect size for a book nook to just get a little clamp action going on. It'll focus on it. So I sort of, like I say, these are coming in handy. Of course, I got the bigger ones I use when I need more, grip. Something you don't usually see. I think I've shown it a couple times. It's an old bamboo dish drying rack. I picked up a set of them, I think 3 or 4 of them for $10, $10 or $12, and it's put the tape between each thing so I can put my forms in between each one so I can find them easier than having them stacked up. I've just started using this one a whole lot more recent than I'd like to admit. But this has really been handy as far as keeping things organized while I'm pulling my parts anyway. Of course, screwdrivers, that's just handy anytime. Just one Phillips, one flathead. Picked up this little doodad. I don't know if it's going to show it, focus on it or not, but it came when I bought the tubes of D7000 glue. It came with several of these, and it was a little kit. It came 2 tubes of glue and these, and I forget what else came with it, but this has been real handy for popping things out of the forms rather than using the little tool that they give you to break off. Of course, the old X-Acto knife comes in handy, cutting out paper, and if you get a particularly brittle form, cut those out with, sort of perforate those. Of course, you guys watch me seem to use the Gorilla Super Glue. I like this. I picked this one up because it has the brush in it. It is just so much easier to, I've never had a tube where you squeeze it out that it actually didn't dry up on me. The glue I've been using here lately, the B7000. Somebody mentioned this one in the comments, and I gave it a shot, and the real advantage on this one is the nozzle, the tip. It's all gooey now, but it's got a real fine tip, so it's not popping out a huge amount of glue, so you can really control the flow and get it exactly where you want it, which I think is a real big selling point for me on that. Just a standard old pocket knife. Pretty much just use this to open the projects up and cut the plastic with, but it's also handy if you need to do a little trimming on things. Of course, scissors. I just picked up the some fine point craft scissors, and these were just the cheapest ones that were on sale from Amazon. So they won my approval. They work. They're pretty sharp, and they get to fine little places. Of course, I got the big ones that I use. I'm cutting big stuff too. But I'm just trying to give you a rundown of everything I've got. Of course, mini pliers and cutters. I bought these. I think I actually bought these from Sears like 20 years ago. So, but you can pick up a similar set at Harbor Freight. It's got three different sizes of these, and the clippers are spring loaded, so they're good to, I really, I do use these a lot, in between things, but it's get you good grip. And this one's, I think this one, doesn't have the ridges on it. I've got one that's got the ridges on there that really gets a good grip. This is good for like squeezing and guiding things in place. And let's see, of course, ruler. I got the nice steel one, so it's got a good hard, solid edge if I need to flip it over and get something to tear it or get a good mark on it. Otherwise, it's got the cork back that sort of floats a little bit, so it's not going to tear anything up. But that's been really handy. And of course, let's see, you've seen I've used these quite extensively, mostly these two. This came in a set of 4. It was these 3, and there's one with a 90-degree bend on it that's I just don't have much use for. This one's basically just for fishing wires out. That's what I only use it for. But these are the ones that I really use. I'm sure y'all seen me using these. The little angle here lets you see things, and this one's just good for popping into place. Got, of course, my handy dandy tweezers. This 45-degree angle really lets me be able to see where I'm going with them. Where a straight one, sort of, I'm obscuring it with my hand. Where this one, sort of, I can go off to the side and still get the guidance I want from it. Let's see. Got connectors. These. This is just a kit I bought. Not these. The ones I do, I just use it. These little ones. And it's got the heat melt insulation on the inside. That's that white part, and it's got solder in the middle. It's designed to be used with a heat gun, but I just use a little little torch on there to melt it in place, and that does the trick. Really good. So far it's not. I haven't really tested the strength of them, but so far it's been really good as far as the connection feels solid. I picked up these repair wood stain markers. They're really good for blending the edges on. If I'm going to leave a kit raw, it'll not actually colored in. These are a good job of blending the sanding away, so it's all uniform on the sides. I finally figured out. Once again, much too low. I've actually used. I think it's this one. I've used most of it up in, so I'm almost out. That one's pretty much been done with. But I picked those up. I picked them up at Walmart, I think. And they were, like I say, they've been really handy. And so they do a good job of blending that side piece in. Let's see. Getting down to it now. I picked up the acrylic marker pens. Like I say, I've just had these last month or two. These are really good for coloring in the sides. So far I found the brush end to be much more useful than the fine point end. But that's just because I'm coloring the edges on most of this stuff, and it's real handy for these. These will get into those nooks and crannies that are really good as far as coloring the. If I had I wish I could get this many colors in this size of marker, because these are really good for coloring the edges in. They got that chisel point. So you can just lay that on the flat side and it just goes straight through. And these bigger ones really do a good job if you want to color the edges of big. So this is what I use to color the edges of the outside of the book nooks, or well, I guess this one now, because I've already ran out of white. I ran out of the white on this one. And these are just really. Those are the ones I wish I could have. Sort of a hybrid between those and these, rather than the fine point and the brush on these. But that's, of course, these I don't use very often, but these have been really handy from time to time. A little extension, it works from back here, but you can get the grip, you can go way in deep on stuff. I've used them a couple of times on builds, but this isn't one you see very often. Of course, I got forceps too that are, they clamp something in place and it stays in. And if you need to walk away from it to adjust something else. But like I said, that's most of the tools I use. These are the ones I really grab any given time that I might need. And I figure, in another 1,000 subscribers, I'll go through again and see what we've got in the way of new tools since then. But now, on to business. If you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time, so you get to see all my successes and all my failures. I'll hopefully fix the inevitable failures as they come up. This is a really, this one's a heavy boy. This is probably one of the heavier ones. Just without even opening it, it feels real stout. That I've bought. I've had several people request it, and I had it on my radar before people requested it, but I was sort of thinking, well, I'll get to it one of these days. But then the requests kept rolling in, so I figured, well, I'll go ahead and order it. Then I think, I was trying to find a good project for the 5K build, and it really wasn't nothing jumping out at me as far like some of the past ones I've done. So I thought, well, this will be a good one. People have asked for it, so it's be worth trying and getting into it. And I think it's big enough to qualify as a 5K special build. But let's pop this open and see what we got to see. But like I said, I stopped. If you've seen any kits that you'd like to see me take a shot at, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'm more than happy to add you onto the list if you've got something I think I can do, or I might even give it a shot even if you don't think I can do it. Okay, got a couple of bags. Sample size of the B7000. This must be popular because since I've started using it, I've been getting it randomly in kits. Our lights and there's a touch sensor on there. We'll see how good that works. If I have trouble with the touch sensor, I do have a replacement in line, like a little tiny hammer that I've never been able to use because every time I try and hit it, it spins. They put some knurling on this or something. I'd think a lot more of these little hammers, but like right there, I'm trying to hit it and it goes sideways on me. But yeah, okay, that's our stuff. Like I say, that's a thick stack of them. Ugh. And there's a lot of books. Oh, there's a whole lot of books. I was hoping there was going to be, where you just build the chunks of them at once and put the spine on. And let's see. Okay, okay, yeah, they are. I was worried for a second. I didn't see the lines. I was worried these are stickers, so they're not. I'm not going to have to cut them out. Thank goodness. And also not going to have to glue them on by hand too. That's always a positive. Pretty thick boy instruction booklet. How many pages this bad boy is? 52 pages. I think that's probably one of the longer ones I've ever had to deal with. So let's set these guys. Let's put them in my little rack there. Close that up. And let's out. I think this should be our globe in our little box here. We got some tweezers, sanding pad, tape on that one. So, I think there's a little globe marble thing in here is what I'm thinking this one is. Expecting it to be, yeah, there we go. A little globe, and it is definitely glass marble. That's nice printing on it of the globe. It's pretty cool. I guess that'll be a good looking centerpiece. I'm sure they're going to put a light under it and let it shine. But now on to our pieces. Right there. And my intention on this kit is still to try and stick to that 45-minute to an hour range builds, but I'll see how long it is. If this goes on too long, I will amend that and step it up some to get through. But I'm going to give it a little while at first to try. See how quick it goes together more than anything. Of course, those books are going to take a minute or 4. Okay, and there's some cardstock books. Looks like here's our T-Rex. A lot of our T-Rex stuff. And a painting. Get the clear bits first, I guess. And more. It's pretty thin. So it's nice flexible. It's not the thick acrylic. Here's some of the thick acrylic. Yeah, that's a little more. So I think that's the roof, isn't it? That would make sense to have the. And there's dust cover, I think. Okay. Y'all over there too. Get in next. We got our little piece here. I think it might be spares or something. We'll find out. And now what we got? Okay, there's some more of the dinosaur. Surprised it's only one-sided, but see, this is what I was hoping that most of the books would be. Okay, that one was two-sided. So. Interesting. Okay, it looks like a lot of the books are going to be those things. So that's a little more encouraging. All kinds of goodies going on here. It looks like a plane of some sort there. Yeah, there's other angles on that plane, I think. Yeah, we still got a ways to go on these stacks. Okay, there's our books. Oh. Like our floor there, because it's got the different displays on it, I'm assuming. Alright, so that's all our pieces. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit all those in my little display, or my little dish rack. I'm about to get a couple more of them out. Alright, so I'm going to take a quick peek at the instructions, and we'll jump in. How are they looking? Okay, got a few pages. Okay, there's our inventory, instructions, and general. Okay, so it's broken down into sections. So that's going to be helpful. It looks like. Yeah, part 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like 4 is just adding the roof on. So that'll be a simple piece. There's a sort of exploded view of everything. I like that. So we get to jump right in with our dinosaur and our rocket. A few bits and bobs around the museum, but let's see. Initial impression: the pictures look pretty good, nice and clear. Looks like plenty of explanation on the instructions. That's good. Just looking through, nice color pictures, good isometric view on most of them. Yeah, looks pretty uniform all the way through. I think this looks like it's a good quality book. I think they're, yeah. So I don't think I've ever done. I think it said Mini City was the, yeah. There's the manufacturer. And so I don't think I've ever done one with them before. So it'll be a learning experience on that aspect, but. Like I say, I'm going to gather up the first few pieces and we will get going on this thing. So, be right back with that. Okay, here we go. Right into step 1 and just a peel right away. I think. Yeah. There it goes. I think, yeah. Hope it's only on one side. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's stack these guys up. I think they're pretty well identical. I didn't do anything. I usually sand the sides of these things, but I think there's going to be a light involved in this one, so I didn't. I want to make sure if any light does bleed through, I didn't mess it up. And go all the way down. We've still got our tab at the bottom. I think this is eventually going to be a display for our globe, but that's all there was for step 1, which is encouraging. So, step 2, already get our light box out, and I don't think. No, this is part of step 3. Okay, so. Okay, got you. I'll go that way. And the 18cm light through here. And I think it's supposed to bend this by 90 degrees. So I'll get this is where I found these to be really handy. Nice clean 90-degree bend on there, or close enough anyway. Back in place. There we go. Down there in our insulation. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like the light is going to bleed out from the side some, so that's good. And then this mounts into the floor piece. I think you're supposed to. Going to end up going back through our little channel here. These things are just going to be in the way. But even if I disconnected them, they're still going to be in the way. Okay, so that was all for step 2. Step 3. These guys. So this goes on like so. I can continue in our channel down through there, and it should be, yeah, there's the slots. And the brown side facing forward, it says. Actually, I guess I could do. It's probably easier to do. Pop that through first. Yeah, man. Okay. Well, I did that wrong. Okay, so. Okay, well, actually, I can't. No, it does have to go. Pop that back out. This has to go in there. Actually, I might have. It won't. Make sure I have that on the back side. And then the wire running through the back of that notch there. The channel here. There's what we're going for, and then this will be. Okay, and then this guy. Right side. No, it was not. More peel. Onto our little stand right there. Like say that. Eventually be a globe, or our globe goes. Okay. Now, liking how wiggly that is. So I'm going to, it doesn't say anything about it, but I'm going to put just a couple of dabs of glue. Nothing crazy, just on either side, just to solidify things. I hope. Okay. We're supposed to put. There they are. First of our stickers, P16 goes over the top of our, yeah. Push that into a channel. Missed. It's hard to line this thing up with it. Maybe I'll start from this end. I'm going to line up a corner here. And where this thing will come in handy, I hope. Oh, yeah, I can just lift it up and put it down. Okay. And then P17 goes here. So the same pattern and design on it, so we're trying to make it somewhat symmetrical, maybe. To the edge, and yeah, but pretty close. Let's see if we can do that. Glue a little more wiggling in there. And that was 3. 4 is actually this guy. Board that gets direction, and we want to make sure we get these guys are down. And we're gonna put this batch of decorative stickers all over it. Somewhat in the middle here, and the rest of them get sort of scattered all around. Try and get some semblance of somewhat similar to what they're doing in the picture, but I'm sure I'm going to have my variances. This appears to be some of Da Vinci's drawings, I think. A little crooked on theirs. lastly. And that was all there was for step 4. Step 5. Also another really short one. We'll just drop you in here. Now, I think let's move you out of the way a little bit and bring in tighter because I've got some tiny pieces on this next bit. Oh yeah, I forgot from my list of tools I use, little reusing some old fruit cups. Just, I thought that's a good, they stack real good and they're, you know, good size for most of the pieces I deal with. So I just sort of repurpose them for my uses. Okay, so I got two of the same, one of them different, and some acrylic bits and bobs, little tiny guys. Tiny peel on this one, maybe. Yeah. Feels like it's making the. Okay, and it says both sides. No, they're not. Okay, so this is the back side, so you go in there and there. And now it's saying we're gluing it, so I'm just gonna put. Nicely, this is where that B7000 really comes in good. Just single drop there, and I'll do this one next. So single drop there. Okay, this is not going to require a lot of heavy lifting. Hopefully, slide you right down onto our guys. A little resistance there, not what I was wanting. Oh, see if I can get a little more pressure. Okay, finally broke that one. Okay, I'm glad that's the internal one. Think I need more glue on this. Okay, and that one a little more cooperative. Alright, so we got you place. And that was all for step 6. On to 7. I don't know if it's static or glue that was holding on to that. Couldn't really get rid of that one. Okay. Scan one more. Drop a glue right there. Just put our central sailboat piece in. Or not. There it goes. Now, I didn't think that was all the way in. Okay. This bit's been a whole lot more challenging than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Drop a little too much glue on that one, I think. something else I forgot about. Little tiny clamps. Let me put those on there. Just want to make sure all that glue stays together while I take a peek at what I'm supposed to be doing here. That's... I think I see what's going to happen next, but I want to make sure. Huh. No, I was not what I thought was going to happen next. I can do this in real time. It's a quick one. Just one piece on it. Okay, it's even labeled this side upwards for us, so that's good. Okay, so now this bit goes in here. Tabs underneath for right. And then this actually goes onto these guys. Okay, fairly loose, but I think we're about to solve that problem. I'm going to, let's see, find a good spot to end tonight. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go pull a few more pieces because there's, I see a good stopping point pretty quick, so I'm going to go grab a few more pieces and I'll be right back and we will wrap up for the night. Okay, here we go, ready for step 9. Got the solid guy goes in here, and then our acrylic goes in the top slot there. So I get you. Whoop. Alright, and this one back here, the same sort of thing, just got a gap here for, I'm assuming this is where our battery box is going to end up living. Alright, now that was 9 and on to 10. Actually I've mixed up 10, 11, and 12. So just, let's see, this is all 3 of the steps. I should have paid better attention, but I was just getting going. There's the other one. Not much coloring to do so far. I have been staining the edges, and this one I did do gold on the edge of our little drawer pulls. That's what these will end up being. But gotta make 4 drawers, so should be 4 of these guys. 4 fronts and 4 backs. Yep. And then 2 sides per drawer. Okay, so okay, so let's do the sides first. Okay, we do the side with the line layer on it to the inside of our drawer. And front and back. Let's see, back. This is the one with the tab back there, so front. Looks like it'd be more. Maybe it is. Okay. And then back goes. Okay, not too bad. Okay. Oh. it's upside down now. I guess I just got lucky on that first one. Okay. Near to the inside. Gotta tell myself every time. Nope. Maybe the back could actually go on better since it's actually contained. Didn't break anything on the model, at least. Okay. Last one. Another way. Alright. Oh, no, that's right. Thought I put the drawer front on backwards. And you got, and let's see, you can probably see got a little circle there where we're supposed to add our, and it's supposed to also on these false front drawers here. So, lined up and cleaned off my nozzle, so it'll be clean for at least 30 seconds now. Clean the glue off my tweezers. I'm going to try and hopefully release fairly quickly. As you can see, the back has the overhang there, so it's going to be the going from the back to hang on to our forms. But I'm actually going to go out of order here. I'm going to get that glue. It doesn't take long for it to get sticky with that B7000, but I'm going to give it a few minutes and sort of switch gears and go on up to step 12. So we're getting these guys in. Here. Should have done this one first. Okay. And and this guy goes up the plain side to the outside. Sideways might be easier. Not, it's in the dark now. Okay, yeah, there we go. Stand there for our ship, which actually looks, I'll be honest, surprisingly good. Oop, go ahead and put that in place there. But, okay, let's see. I can probably do some things here. Get these guys out. I'll leave them horizontal. Get a minute or two. I think I can do this from here. Okay. Alright. Now, actually, this goes in this slot here, so maybe I can leave it. Oh, well, that'll be gonna fall out the back if I do it. I can leave it here. Yeah, that popped right in. Yep, sort of knew that was about to happen, didn't you? Okay, but like I say, they appear to be sticking, so I'm alright with that. So, these drawers are going to be functioning. Got that thing. I'm trying to... Now that was steps 11 and 12. 11 was putting the drawers into the front, and 12 was the attaching the side shelf and the front cabinet. Now this goes... Okay, so we got our tabs right there. We're supposed to glue them in place or something? Make sure, I don't think... There's a glue symbol on that one, but I can't imagine we're supposed to glue these guys in. Yeah, because I show them closed in here. Maybe this back will hold me good line up to close. Yeah, that's gonna line up to, I think. Okay, so saying that tab there goes into. Oh, get this out of the way so I can pull it forward. That's in the base plate. You can see where it's got the step on it. It's got the double step tab, and then that slot in that tab. So yeah, that's gonna definitely keep our drawers in place, I hope. Okay. Actually, I think it won't. No, I think the front can go all the way in. Where am I hitting? Okay, the corner there. Looks like right here. Got a little. Nope, go in. Okay, there it went. Just had to use it forward a bit. Make sure everything's locked in. Let's see, how do you stay? Okay, yeah, it does. Oops. Duh, I should have known that was going to happen. Okay. You stay. Don't pull on those things yet. Okay. We got our these guys in place. And it also says, my instructions back out, I'm supposed to make 2 books. I think sort of looks like the books are supposed to go in the drawers. And 4 drawers can accommodate an appropriate amount of books. Here's the instructions. It only shows making 2, so I'm gonna I think I'm gonna do that. Make a couple of books, just to get started on it. Let's see the books. I'm assuming this is the only one of those I saw, so let's get that in. Over to Yeah, the book covers are just C. So yeah, I'll take off 2 of them, just make them right quick and see how they fit in there and go from that. Let's see. So that I generally do with the books, even though I know never gonna see it. Typically take, if I can find the right marker over there. This one, I'll color 3 sides in, just to make it sort of look like paper. By the time it sort of soaks into the pressed wood, it sort of gets that paperish look. You know how book paper isn't usually white. Okay, and say oops, look. Okay, well, got a fairly dark cabinet, so I'm gonna go with try to get some brighter colors. I think so. Maybe this big white one here, and that's nowhere near the right size. Okay. I didn't see any. Maybe I miss a tick. I'll check my instructions. I'll come back. Yeah, I forgot about these. Yeah, this I'd say is the right size for this book. Yeah. Okay, so get back down and repeat my book preparation process. Second coat of that first guy. See how it just soaks in on these. Like I said, this pressed wood just absorbs paint, ink, whatever you put on it. But generally 2 coats is good enough, as long as you're not using plain white. Okay. Now, let's try that one again. So, that's pretty much a good fit. Usually I got flaps overhanging everywhere on these things, so that's the fact that it didn't. I feel good about that. Now let's see, nice dark colors. There's a nice bright green one here. I think it'd be good for. I'm gonna have it sort of sit in the. Okay, that's more like it. Usually get that flap hanging out. Okay, that's now. I think. Let's see. It doesn't say. But I think I'll try. This one, yeah. I'm going to have those books sort of sticking out of the second shelf down for the moment. Like so. Probably prop them up a little bit. I'm not so I'm leaning. Like I said, they will fit in that drawer. The two of them will. So that's, we decide to. If for some reason I don't know why they would have us make books to put inside those drawers, but they fit. So if we decide to pursue that, yeah, but I think it makes more sense to me to have them sort of peeking out and showing like that. So that's probably what I'm going to have, at least one or two of the drawers open with the books in it, depending on how many of the books we end up actually using. Let's see. I was hoping to get to the point where we mounted this one somewhere. I hope I wasn't supposed to mount that somewhere. Let's see. No, it appears it stays floating. Yeah. So, all right. So that's where I'm going to call it after today. Seems like a good, like I said, it's a good place to stop. Nice. Okay, that is. Just got it loose there. Yeah, that's like I say, not a huge amount of progress, but it's good progress for tonight. Especially I spent so much time going through my inventory and unboxing, so I think we'll make better progress tomorrow with some luck. But in the meantime, folks, really and truly, from the deepest part of my heart, thanks each and every one of you that subscribed. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I never dreamed I would have this many subscribers, and it's just something I do for fun. Have just get myself off the couch and actually force myself to do something I feel sort of a obligation to do it, which I sort of enjoy. Getting something to do other than, I say, just vegeting out. So I like that. It's a fun hobby. I'm having fun, a really fun time building it. I'm having fun interacting with most of y'all in the comments, all of y'all in the comments, to be honest with you. And I've only had one or two bad comments, and I've deleted most of those right quick. But I just really feel blessed to be able to, actually get paid some nominal fee to do this. And I really do appreciate y'all watching. And like I say, really, thank you. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time.